Good morning, good morning. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to say to the people who look at tarot readers or psychic people as the devil, or you always hear this little part. If you can see so much and you know so much, why you ain't rich? Let me tell you something. If you knew what we knew, you wouldn't want to be rich. You would just want to live enough to get by. You want to be rich within spirit. Because when you rich in spirit, you already wealthy. You don't need extra money. See, we tarot readers, spiritual people, or clairvoyant people, audience, or whatever, all of these abilities, if you have them, we know about it. See, you don't know about it. That's why you talk that way, or the people who are not that, in tuned, they don't know. You know, they feel like if they had that gift, they'll be doing all this and doing, but you don't know what comes behind doing all this. Y'all do all these little uh, rituals and do all these little things, and they say, oh, you want to, conjure up a conjure up a spell to help you receive money and all this other stuff. Let me tell you, I grew up in the South, okay? There are some people who did rituals and bad ones, or did spells, and they did bad spells, or they did spells. If you're trying to be wealthy in spirit and you cast these money spells and you wondering like how you have to keep casting those money spells, because let me tell you something about the spirit, and this is real talk. If you are real with your gifts, you will know exactly what I'm saying. If you are rich in your spirit and you're conjuring up the richness and the wealthiness within your spirit, you ain't gonna have to conjure up no spell for money. I know it's a whole bunch of voodoo witches, and they doing all this. So if you put this in there, but when you get done, it's still all about, are you rich in your spirit? Are you healthy within your spirit? Are you conjuring up more wealth and health within your spirit here? Okay? Because once you got that covered, guess what? You ain't got to conjure up nothing for no money. You ain't got to go get the little green, you gonna go get this little, I need the little green candle so I can, and we gonna put the green and blue, yep, money coming. No, your spirit, wealth in your spirit makes you rich. It brings people who have the riches to you. It brings things to you. I'm a witness. Don't play with me. It's taking me a while to get myself out. It's taking me a while to really speak on some things here, because I'm telling you, the changes that you see in these people who are telling you, oh, conjure up this spell for this money, conjure up this little thing for this. Them people who are doing that, they live in an everyday life like you are. They're receiving like you receiving. Like the regular people. They get money like you get. Like it's just like this. One day you may not have no money, the next day you might have some. 4 or 5 days later you may not have no money, but the next 4 or 5 days you got a lot to work with. It's the same way. Trust me, those people who are conjuring up those money spells, I'm gonna conjure up those people that way wanna conjure up these money skills. They wanna be rich. Not in spirit. They know they bad with they atmosphere, what they can present and what they can give and what they can say and what they can tell you, what they got an audience. The audience can tell them certain things and they paying them. They get the money, they buy that car, they got, and they like, oh, that's my advancement. I'm steady conjuring money up. You got people who will go to the extreme of doing certain things like, oh, they'll go to situations where, they feel like, oh, this place attracts more money, so I can use some from this place and use it in my thing, conjure, but you not. I'm telling you, you're not. Think I'm playing about it. If you think about it, sit down and think. The more you conjure up a wealthy, healthy spirit, the more wealth will flow in your life. It will flow. Even if you got a job, you got a job making more money. You can go on that job one day. You've been conjuring up your wealth and your health and your spirit. You just walking on witches. You ain't even conjuring up no money spill. You just walking on. When you go in that job, what happens? A promotion. You ain't even see it coming. They call you in the office. Oh, this has happened to me. That's why I'm telling you. That's how I know. Because I was born with my gifts. So I saw things. I knew things. I seen things. I saw things. I have an auntie who was a hoodoo. I'm telling you. And the whole time she was up in there, she was from Louisiana, conjuring up all them spells. She was the same way, the same person, the same thing when she passed away. Living their everyday life like everybody else. The whole thing is to conjure up a spiritual journey here. Wealthy in spirit. Because when you wealthy in spirit, can't nobody touch you. If you steady thinking in your mind, you going to conjure up some things to bring the man-made to you. Listen to it. I'm going to conjure up this money spell so I can bring some money. And this is man-made things that you want to bring to you. Bring things that are not man-made to you. Bring things that you want, like your healthy spirit, your healthy soul, your health within, your health of knowledge, your wealth of knowledge. That's what you need to be conjuring. And watch how different things work for you. You're going to even forget that you even knew about a money spell. Anybody who knows me, which I doubt it, any of the people, but if you run across this and you know me, you know I ain't lying. Every time I go somewhere, I get something for free. Or somebody be giving me something. When have you ever been to the dollar store and a person at the dollar store, I'm just asking this question. You ever been to the dollar store and somebody just gave you a free or something at all, that knowing that it's supposed to, I've been a manager before. You either supposed to DS it, yeah, and send it back to the company, or you're supposed to go in the system and change it to the point where the prices are half off, or the prices are down above half off. You know how in some stores they have like the green dots, the blue dots, and they're all different percentage off, 25, 50, 75%. You can make that item 90% off just to make money to improve your inventory, your sales, so you won't have a shortage of those items in your store. I don't want to get too deep in that. I don't want my head to get to the manager's side. But anyway, you ever been to a store somewhere? Just imagine you going in the grocery store, right? You got all this grocery and you like, oh my God, I only got $300, but this $300 is gonna get me through. And then you go up there to the register, but you've been working on your spiritual journey. You've been working on things for yourself. I don't know why these things keep going out, but you keep working on your strengthening your spirit, wanting wealthy in your spirit, wealthy in your heart, wealthy in what you're bringing, in your knowledge, and you stay content to that. When you go in a store somewhere, or anywhere you go, watch how people come to you. Watch how things start to come. I went I've been so many places and done so many things, and I've been with friends and I've been with my kids, and I've been that my kids even say, Mama, you always getting something free, and what I'm getting free is what I need. How do you do that? I ain't conjuring up no nothing. What you gotta you conjuring up man-made when you are attached to spiritual things, and you're attached to being healthy and wealthy within your spirit. Whatever man-made has out here, like money, which is the root of evil. I know you need it to survive, don't you? If you're already doing something to bring in your money, you need to be conjuring up a spell or conjuring up something on that level, not on bringing money to you. You going outside here grabbing money and burning it. Oh, you burn the money. And I'm going to tell you something. I learned this from my auntie about that ancestral money. Now that works in conjuring healthy spirits and wealth and health within you, within yourself. But I was told, that I don't know how true it is. I've seen some people on there with the ancestral money and stuff. I heard that it does not work for anyone else but the one who is conjuring up with the ancestral money. Okay? Anyway, now that what was told to me. My auntie uh was I would say auntie. She was like my foster auntie. I was in the foster system for a while when I was younger, and the lady who I lived with, her sister, I used to go and stay with her sister sometimes because the my foster mother used to have to go out of town to work. Her and her husband, they had their company, so he used to go and have to work um out of town, and I used to stay with her sister, and her sister was a hoodoo, and she used to tell me things, and I used to watch her, and she used to always say to me like, "You're so, I feel this energy within you." And that's what I get a lot too. Even when I go to the places where you buy your crystals at, like the little place I have people, who are you? Because I say just in a little bit of something, just a little something. I'm that type of person. I kind of hold back from a lot of things that I know. I kind of keep it simple, because I can get on some level where people look at me like, damn, where your mind, like what? But I just back off and I give a little. So I'm just saying, if you grew up around somebody who was doing this like that late, I mean, man, she was always telling me, if you want to conjure up a spell within your spirit to wealthen your spirit and your knowledge and your health, she said everything you conjure up for yourself. Because when you do that for yourself, you can see the enemy. You can draw the money. You can do all these things. And when you, especially when you are born spiritual, when you read another, when you when you give a querent a message, and their message is about money, you already conjured a knowledge healing for yourself, a wealthy healing for knowledge, for giving wealth as well. So when you give a query their message about money, you automatically conjure the spirit to them. If it makes sense to somebody, it may not make sense to some people because, I'm on a different type of page with my spiritual journey. You got other people who are very, very spiritual, right? And they buy things, you know. You got some people who use what they have at home and they still using things that they was bought, right? We all go buy things, right? They will go and buy so many things of other people making, and then they're wondering why certain things are not conjuring for them. I'm gonna show you something. I went to the store and I bought me some sage. So you know how you go and you buy the sage, you might get you some sage. I used to grow sage, so I'll use my own sage, and I'll go to the store and buy other things like the sage here. And I'll walk in the park, walk away around, find different types of branches on the trees, like different ones from different trees, like an elm tree, a oak tree, a this tree, and I get those things and I bring them back home, and I work with those things, and I would get those things and add them. I'll break this thing apart. Like if I went and bought this from the store, I'll get it and I'll break it apart, all in pieces, and I meditate over it, and I get it and I use my leaves. I go outside and get leaves. I use leaves. I use all these things because these things are in the air. These things know and feel and everything that we haven't seen. We've been in the house, right? Or we've been in a job, or we've been in the house. We're not outside. So the things outside, when you bring them in, you conjure up things with them, you bring knowledge, more knowledge to yourself. You bring more knowledge to your home. You bring more comfortability to your home. Because what does a leaf do? That one leaf in my backyard can blow and be all the way across town, and I don't even know if it's that leaf or not, right? Mm-hmm. Then it's like growing things, you know. When you grow things of your own, it kind of help you see things better. It kind of help you know what's good for you, what's not good for you. Like I said, these teas I be making, I went and I bought a dogwood tree. It just was a little tree. It had nothing on it, you know, just a little branch. And I got it from this little foreign place where they just, you know, they grow, um, you know, certain type of plants and bushes, like the shrub bushes and things like that. And another thing, people sitting here and they got shrubs all outside their house and ain't not knowing that that's a healthy drink. I'm drinking some right now. Yes, shrubs. Think I'm playing? You can believe me or not? You got shrubs outside of your house. Go cut the stem of the shrub like that. Just take a couple two pieces. Just cut 2 pieces of your shrub off, right? You got your shrub. You cut 2 off. Take that. Get you some mint, right? And if you got an elm tree outside, take one of the limbs off there. Get you something and shave it off. When you shave it off, you're gonna start seeing some little juices. Like what the? Yeah, shave it off. You can cut them sticks, and you can put them sticks inside of a tea seeper. With that, boil you some water. Let that seep for like 5 minutes. Put some honey in your cup. Put it in there. Watch how much energy you have after that. Watch how you feel. If you got a cold or you got sinuses problems, watch how you blow your nose, and nose gonna be running for no reason. All that mucus will come out of you. But people just don't wanna listen. My kids told me, they said, Mama, you look like you look when you had us. We don't see no difference in you. You look like you're getting younger. mm. When people know my age, like I go in the store and I had to get carded, and they say, oh my God, you what? You look like you about 32. I'm like, man, I remember when I was 30. Boy, when I was 32, I was like this. You could tell me that. I knew my intuition. It's like growing up, I'm just talking about myself, you guys. I just want y'all to know how I think in my own way. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with conjuring up they little space. Hey, do your thug thizzle, baby. Do your thizzle. Do your Do your spirit thizzle. That's what I'm gonna call it. They got their spirit thizzle going on. Do your spirit thizzle, baby. Ain't nobody, hey, it's working for you. Because some of the people that I've been seeing with these, listen, baby, they making some money, okay? Mm. I even give them some of my money. Some of them. Seriously, though. I hope you can still hear me because my little things just be going off like my little speakers. I'm trying to figure. My daughter was trying to figure out how these little things, these little speakers here. See, even when I look, see that. Even when I push the buttons at the same time, they still don't connect at the same time. Now you seeing the lights came on at the same time. You heard it was like, but one just faster than the other one. You know, I love watching people who are so confident in their spiritual rituals and things that they do, how they conjure up a spell to, bring healing and things like that into the life. I mean, it's okay, ain't no, hey, that's how they know what they know. I ain't saying I'm right about everything. People be wrong about stuff. We get even car readings when we be reading. You look at the car and say, "Oh yeah, this the three of Earth," and I'm be like, "Oh no, the two of Earth," and then we like it click back in us. We have to find ourselves back, because to be honest, our minds be doing a whole 360 when we be reading. Y'all know I ain't lying. The ones who talk tarot readers or those people who give messages out, man, I'm talking about when you be giving a message out, you be trying your best not to go into something else. It's like you be feeling some deeper stuff, don't it? It's like you almost be hearing somebody calling their name. Sandra, did you do this yesterday? uh, mm-mm. Little Timothy. And he ain't little Timothy no more, but he big Timothy. But you can hear some older people person tell little Timothy. Especially when you know they gave you their real name. That's really the crusher. That's why I tell you, the readers, I'm telling you, I'm just talking. I'm just talking. That's why I use my real name. Some people don't even know that that's a part of spiritual journey, spiritual healing, um, having a wealthy spirit. Mm, mm. It's cool for you to call your business something else, but when you're doing other things that revolve you receiving, use your real name, baby. When you want to send somebody, something. Oh, my name Coco J. That's your real name? No. Oh, okay. I won't send it. The people who I've sent gifts to or things to, they use their real name. Their business is something else. Like on TikTok, you can see right there, their business something else. It be a different name. But then when they say, click my link in my bio, and you click that link in the bio, and you see their real name, those are real spiritual people. You got people, you click their name, you click that, that's the same thing. Kuka Kaka. Who the hell is that? That's a real name. Nah, I'm good. You being fake on, but you fake all over the place. It's a difference when you name your business something else. But when you receive from your business, the receiving needs to be in your name. That's the only way you're going to keep receiving. Because if you ain't got that receiving in your name, and it's in a name that you use, that you just trying to play with, the spirit don't play about certain things. The spirit's smart. Just like you think you are. They even smarter. They know what you going to do before you do it. That's why they give messages to that's why they give messages to other spiritual people to put it out there, so when another one see it, they be like, oh, because they'll be thinking about something like that, and then they'll let you know that that's your confirmation. Hmm. So for the people who think it's evil, the only time people think is, a lot of people think it's evil because of what they see people doing, other people doing. So they think all of the people who do readings are evil. And I'm here to tell you, baby, we not evil. Especially the ones who use their real name. Especially the one who use their real name. I don't know why I need to read this right here. Oh, excuse me. Some told me to pick this up. So the 9 of fire here. Eye of fire. Eye of fire. You have arrived at a peak experience. You have reached the right wavelength, the right current. You are tuned to the right frequency. You are seeing accurately. And if you work within the concrete realm of everyday life, your clear sight will lead to solid creations that will endure. As changes occurs, do not let yourself get thrown off balance. Stay focused on the details of living. Mm, that's what I just pick up this book here from my new deck here and went straight to the 9 of fire. What did it say? The 9 of fire. I just picked this book up. It's just like it says, you have arrived at a peak experience. Okay, Divine One. You have reached the right wavelength, the right current, like the right wavelength, you have reached it. Okay? You are tuned to the right frequencies. You are seeing accurately. And if you work within the concrete realm, in the concrete realm of everyday life, your clear sight will lead to solid creations that will endure. As changes occurs, do not let yourself get thrown off balance. Stay focused on the details of living. I don't know who this message is for today, but everything that I just said to you, Divine Ones, somebody needed to hear this today. Somebody needs to hear, whoever is probably starting a journey within starting to do conjure up spells or magic or things. Okay, let's see something here. This is for you, Divine One. Take it how it resonates. This is the Art Magic Collection. An inspiration deck for creativity, since the Spirit said that you needed to hear about that 9 of fire. Let me see if I can find it in the deck right quick. The 9 of fire, okay? Whoever I'm speaking to, baby, the 9 of fire and the number 9 is everything to you, okay? So you can take it how it resonates today. You know, so take it how it resonates, honey. But the Spirit wanted you to know this. You know, it could be something that you probably seen somebody do, you know, a spell or something, or you probably, you know, got information to do one, and the Spirit is telling you, no, don't you do it, because if you do it, you're going to stop some things from you, baby. You're going to stop some things from coming your way. That's what they want me to say. I needed to, and then the Sun card is on the cut card, right? And look, the Fool card is right behind that, okay? So I'm gonna leave that food card up, and I'm gonna leave the sun card up, and we got this line of fire. Okay. The spirit said, no. Let me see what kind of spell you can conjure up that's earthy. And that's not needing of anything to buy, right? Because if you spending money on something that somebody, okay, you know, you a natural person here. Whoever I'm speaking to, take it how it resonates. You a natural person, very, very natural person. But you want to go outside of the natural. Don't do it. Spirit angels and ancestors come through for this divine one who has the eye of fire here. Because you got the eye of fire. Spirit angels, oh, spirit. What do they need to conjure up here, spirit? Let's see what you need to conjure up, okay? It says embrace impermanence, okay? Experience the cleaning and the cleansing rush of impermanence, okay? Impermanence. Practice letting go with an ephemeral art spell. Chalk drawings to be washed away by rain. So, listen, chalkboard washed away with rain. Okay. Water paintings to be dried by the sun. Water painting to be dried by the sun. Sand scribbles to be dissolved by lapping waves. Dance with impermanence and offer yourself the gift of spaciousness. It is safe to let go. It says flow. Let go and just flow, right? Wade into the streams of flow, art which invoke, relax, concentrate to wildly immerse yourself in the moment. Make your magic a moving meditation. Banish distractions to fully experience the energized flow state and allow the current to carry you into fresh, intriguing territories. Let's see what the fire magic has to say. I'm pulling you 3 magic cards with these 3 cards here because the eye of the fire is here. You got the fool here. Don't be no fool. And up under the fool, it says flow. It says right here, banish distractions to fully experience the energized flow state and allow current to carry you into fresh, intriguing territories. It is right up under the fool card. It's right up under that food card. And that's what he do. Go into the unknown. The things okay. It says conjure a sacred space. Oh, okay. It says it is sacred if you make it so. It's sacred if you make it so. Like I said, you don't need to be doing all it. Like I said in the beginning, I don't know who I was speaking to, but It's always good to conjure a spell for your healthy spirit and wealth, your healthy this and that, your for yourself here, not for anyone else. Because when you conjure up spells for other people, you give them some of your spiritual conjuring, your conjuring when you was giving yourself these little spells for your well, you giving it to them because they don't know of these spells, right? They don't know nothing about them. You telling them, right? Oh, anyway, it is sacred if you make it so. Give your magical wisdom room to give your magical vision room to roam by preparing a sacred space. Choose a favorable location and bless it with your attention. Infuse your sacred space with light, scent, music, movement, spoken words, and visualization to complete your creation festivities. Mm. So this could be for somebody who's been trying to start doing spells and things like that. But baby, when you work on spells, it's always for yourself. Because and you keep it for yourself. I know some people say, oh, but I'm gonna tell you something. You think it's like that because you go into these little stores and you see all them books they got about spells, don't you? How many of those people, books that you get that the spells is in, how many you see are alive? Hmm? How many are alive? Half of the people who got spells or doing rituals or this ritual came from this person. If you notice in these books or in all of these things, those things came from somebody who is no longer here, right? They gone. So what these other people are giving you is part of what they did and part of what they did. So you're carrying and you're bringing in, conjuring in spells from these people. Prime example here. For the ones who do ancestral spells, the spells that they conjuring it up from their ancestors, which make things work out for them and work for them because their ancestors, they seen it from them, they got it, now they doing it, but they add their own little things to it. Some of the things they do normal, but when they add, so who do you get that information from to add in these spells? If you getting it from a book or you getting it from, you bringing that type of ancestral energy into your ancestral energy. It might not make sense to some people, but it makes sense to some, and it will if you spiritual like you say you are and real with it. Everything mostly that I use, yeah, we go buy stuff. You go get your sage, you go get some of them things. But these things are things that you seen your ancestors do or get. So everything working the same way. Stay within working with yourself with spells and conjuring up, certain type of things, and you have to do that for yourself because when you start giving it to people, now they got part of your ancestral information. It's the truth. Let's talk about what's her name, Henrietta, and what they did with her cells. What they do, huh? And they had to pay or to pay that family for what they did because a lot of people they made money off of her sales, right? Yeah, and she got paid. They paid the people, but it ain't enough money they can pay them for how they use this lady sales. Now, part of their ancestor is just amongst everybody. You know, it's just a bug. You know, they say we all related, we all together, but I'm saying when you stick to want to do something spiritual, you know, with your ancestors and things, you have to know it specifically what your ancestors were doing. I'm gonna go even deeper. Like I said, if you are very spiritual and you was born with it, like you say you are, then you understand what I'm saying. But for the ones who you weren't born with this, you just learn tarot. This message ain't for you. You learn conjure. You learn how to work spells. You learn how to conjure up spells. This ain't for you. This ain't for you, baby. This ain't for you. It's for somebody who was born with it. If you was born with it, I bet you. I I'll bet you. I'll bet you all my cards here. What I'm about to say. I give all my cards away. If you was born spiritual and this ain't never, you tell me this ain't never happened to you. You was born spiritual, right? And if you do these, if you do messages or you know, you do tarot, but you was born with it. How many times you done woke up and it was some things in your mind telling you to do it, and you thought it didn't make no sense, and you put those things together, and it smelled good, or it did something for you, or it made something for you. That's your ancestors. That's the spirit. The spirit will guide you to conjure up your own your own spells, not spells that you see people using or you see that works for them. How you know it's gonna work for you? Oh, okay. It's not. It's the same with readings. Just because that person got a reading from this person and you get a reading, that don't mean that the reading gonna be good for you, right? Okay, it's the same thing. You gotta take what you think is best for you to conjure up for yourself, because that's how you're gonna manifest. That's how you're gonna build your spiritual. That's how you're gonna build your spiritual wealth. It's not about money. It's about you building the knowledge and things within your spirit. And once you do that, when you have the confidence, when you have everything in your mind, ain't trying to do certain things with it to get and receive man-made, you're gonna receive without receiving. That's all I'm trying to say here. Okay. I'm still new at this, but baby, it's a lot to come from me. It's so much for me to bring out. And then if anybody want to cross me, look, what they say, the way of the cross. As soon as I get the card, it got the 10 of Wands. Come on, you can come for me. It don't matter. I'm just gonna laugh at you. What's that? The 8 of what? Okay, the 8 of Earth, the mountain. Baby, look, you gonna have to climb tall, and you gonna have to climb the pyramid trying to come for me. What's that? The 7 of Earth, the garden. I ain't lying about this. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. This is for entertainment purposes only. So have fun with this video all you want to. But you know, with the spirit, like I said before, do it. Look. And this is like another thing. I just cut the magic cards here. Look what it says. Record your what? Okay. Record your journey. That's what I've been doing. I've been recording my journey since I was in my 10 years old. I got notebooks of my journals and journals when I was young. I got journals when I was 21. And when I go back and read it, I was like, man, I was straight tuned in then. Wasn't smoking or nothing. Mine was clear. You could want to do that. That's another way, Divine One. Look, 4444 on my time clock. Look at that. Ooh, that's a good way. I'm glad I thought about that. Look at that. Ooh. Yes, 444 on my 4444 on my time clock. Listen, divine one. Listen to this, divine one. Start now. If you ain't got a journal, you don't have to have no journal. You don't have to go buy these shadow work journals out there, girl. Anyway, go buy you a notebook or get you a notebook or buy you some notebook paper. Make your own journal. Start writing a date, what your mind is going through, what you're thinking. Keep it close to you. Don't let nobody see it. Don't let nobody get to it. But you write it in there. If like you feeling some type of way, when you're feeling down, or even when you feeling happy, even when you feeling just mellow, write it in a journal. Write it down. Go back the next day and read it. Always do that. Write it down. The next day, go back and just read all of it before you write your next story. Because when you read it, you're going to be like, wow, oh, well, I'm not feeling like that today. And say that. Write it in there, write it in your journal. I'm not feeling like I felt yesterday. I'm feeling better than I felt yesterday. Watch how them better start to get in your journal. In your journal. It says your story is worth telling, Art Witch. Record your discoveries and quests in a journal or a scrapbook or a grimoire. Approach your scrapbook as a living document that is equal parts achieve, trust, confident, and playground. Be generous with your book. Keep it in privacy of its page. So make sure, like I said, keep it to yourself, didn't I? Okay. I'm beating around the bush on certain things, so just take it easy with me. Some things may sound a little off and stuff. You might be like, I don't understand. Because, like I said, when you giving a message and you spiritually attuned and you're a spiritual individual, especially when you're born with it, I keep saying that because it's a difference between the spiritual people who were born with it and the ones who actually learned it, okay? Take it how it resonates. Thank you for tuning in. I'm just a messenger delivering this message on this Saturday, February the 10th, I think. Yep. Have a good day.